Thank you. I notice all the other speakers have much better shoes than I do. Part of the job. So how might we take action to safeguard our youth? You have heard many strategies to take action. And in my time here in Tempe, I've been very impressed with the many opportunities and the overwhelming support that we have for youth. And tonight is one of those amazing nights. I urge you to reflect on what each of our speakers has shared with you here tonight. There are several actions that you can take. You can take these back home and engage in conversations with the youth in your life. And you can support your youth with those conversations and the contracts you will engage in with them to keep them safe. I'm a police officer, and safety is my game, and I want youth to be safe. We are a team in that endeavor. So there are 6 specific actions that I am asking you to participate in as you leave here tonight. Katie was amazing when she spoke about the brain. She made me think I shouldn't hire men before they're 30, but that's a different... Katie, I probably won't sleep tonight because I just hired 6 young men that are in their early 20s. But that's okay. We will train them well, Katie. She spoke about a data contract, and this is essential. The green sheet in your folders, take it out, read it, engage with your youth around that. It has 10 rules for data usage. And data is an amazing thing because, as was said, you can't take back what you post. I encourage you to present this contract to your family in the next 2 days. Sign it. Hang it in a prominent location in your home to remind each member of your family of the commitment that you are making to each other. Katie also shared about cell phone apps that can be dangerous and how to monitor those. We learn every day about new apps, don't we? Enclosed in your folder is a copy of the many more popular cell phone apps that you can use that to recognize these apps. Yes, you will get pushback from your youth, the kids in your life, but pushback is better than many of the alternatives. Stephanie, the amazing Stephanie, what a great time to hear about marijuana and about drugs as we are about to engage in a vote. Stephanie provided all the latest trends on drugs and alcohol. I have firsthand experience with a BHO lab in an apartment that blew up an entire apartment and changed the lives of many. I had no idea what BHO was and how explosive it is. Stephanie told us about a number of effects of marijuana and THC levels. This is not the marijuana from our youth. This is scary THC level marijuana. And the story she told from Denver, I spoke with the first responders from that incident, and it changed my life because it was so horrific. We see in the police department the effects of substance abuse and its life-altering effects. It is a serious problem not only in a home, but in a neighborhood, in a community, in a region, and in our nation. Your teens are at risk, but knowledge and open communication in the home can make the difference. I ask you to continue to educate yourselves like you're doing tonight about the impact of drugs and alcohol. Make sure that prescriptions are locked up, and leaving them unlocked makes everyone vulnerable. As a law enforcement officer, I have seen the suffering from drugs and alcohol. I have seen the first-hand irreversible effects of kids drinking alcohol. I have held mothers as they respond when their kids are suffering from overdoses, and that suffering is something that has changed my life and solidified my resolve to do things like this to safeguard our youth. Alcohol has serious, serious effects on the developing adolescent brain, and it sets kids up for addiction. Big thing here. In the city of Tempe, we have a social host law that makes you, as a parent, responsible for what happens in your home. If you serve minors, you can and will be cited for underage serving. There's a pamphlet included in your folders regarding more information on the social host ordinance. And a big deal with this is I've responded to these calls, and your kid is there, serve others, and you've got 50 parents that want to hang you up because you just served their kid. You don't have that permission. Sun Tzu said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." As all the speakers this evening has emphasized, take this single step. And I argue you've taken it by being here today. Take the time, have meaningful conversations with your youth around drugs and alcohol. Share with them your values. Share with them your aspiration for their future. And I ask each of you to talk to them about the harmful effects of drugs and alcohol. Parents, this is your call to action. They put the heat at the end of the presentation. I don't know if it's so I can be the party pooper, but I'm inspired and I am beside you, and this is a single step for you. What you are going to take away from this evening's presentation back to your home, back to your neighborhood, to keep your kids, our kids, safe is important. You are the most important person in your kid's life. You have learned a lot this evening. You've heard terms that now you've got to Google them. And you have some great resources in your folders, and I have been incredibly moved by the people that have been here tonight, shared their wisdom, shared their story, some their anguish. So go home tonight and start that conversation with your youth, create that open and honest dialogue. And as your police chief, I'm committed to work with you so that together we can keep our kids safe and safeguard our entire community, because Tempe is amazing. The entire Tempe Police Department, and I'm just one of many, the entire Tempe Police Department is beside you, and we are proud that you have taken this first step tonight. This is your call to action, and bravo for being here.